Adanna, 67, Malabo International Airport, Equatorial Guinea. She is sitting on a blue plastic chair with a small brown suitcase between her feet. Both hands are on it. The suitcase weighs 7 kilograms. She has weighed it 3 times. She knows exactly what is in it. 2 wrappers, 1 photograph, a Bible with a broken spine, and a small clay pot wrapped in a headscarf that her mother told her always to keep. The pot is from a compound in Oguta, Imo State. She has never been to Oguta. She is going now. Ndewo. No. I am Yvonne Choma Mbanefo, heritage futurist and daughter of the soil. Welcome to Igbo Daily Drops, episode 22, week 5, day 2, Tuesday. Today, how to name your movement, your direction, and your body in motion. 3 sentences for a woman going home. Ka anyị bido. Let us begin. The Igbo have always known that arrival and departure are not opposites. They are the same word, spoken at different ends of the same road. The proverb for today. Ọ bịara ije nwụọna. Ọ bịara ije nwụọna. The person who came on a journey will have to leave at some point. Not a warning, a philosophy. Every season that visits you is passing through. Every state you're in, grief, joy, waiting, becoming, is a traveler with its own departure date. The question is never whether you will move. The question is whether you're ready when movement comes for you. Today, you will learn to say where your body is going, what it is entering, and when it is moving fast. Not as grammar exercise, as something you feel. A woman is going home. Her body is entering a plane. And somewhere inside her, something has been running for 57 years and is only now allowed to stop. 3 sentences, 1 direction. Adanna was 4 years old when the relief plane brought her here. She does not remember the flight. She remembers the smell of the compound in Oguta. Or she thinks she does. Her mother told her the smell so many times that Adanna is no longer certain which memories are hers and which are her mother's voice. Red earth, bitter leaf, rain on zinc. Her mother died in Malabo in 1998. In the hospital, she said in Igbo, Ana m ala ụlọ. I am going home. She said it the way you say something that is already decided. And then she was gone. Adanna kept the clay pot. She taught herself the words her mother used. She taught them to her daughter, who taught them to her own children. A chain of 3 women passing a language down in a Spanish-speaking country, in secret almost. The way you keep a small fire going in bad weather. Now the gate is open. The man beside her, young, headphones around his neck, a Lagos football jersey, looks at her suitcase and then at her face. Primera vez? He asks. First time? She nods. In Igbo, Without thinking about it, without choosing to, she says, Ana m abanye ụgbọelu ugbu a. I am entering the plane right now. He blinks. Then he smiles. He is Igbo too. Third generation, born in Malabo, does not speak it beyond 3 words his grandmother used. And the 3 words Adanna has just said are 2 more than he knows. She stands. She lifts the brown suitcase. Her legs are not as steady as she would like. She walks toward the gate. Not slowly. Ana m agba ọsọ. She is running. Not from something. Toward. They said she was going home for 57 years. She is going now. What Adanna carried in that suitcase, a pot, a wrapper, a broken Bible, is not sentiment. In Igbo cosmology, place is not passive. The land holds you. You hold the land. I have watched this in Igboland. People who have not returned in decades still speaking about their ancestral compound in the present tense. Not my father's compound was. My father's compound is. The land does not age in the Igbo imagination. It waits. There is a word for this. ụlọọma. The Igbo of Southeast Nigeria, written by Victor Uchendu in 1965, an Igbo scholar writing about his own people, calls ụlọọma the ontological anchor of identity. Where your umbilical cord is buried is not past geography, it is living identity. The soil and the person remain in covenant, regardless of distance, regardless of decades. Adanna's clay pot from Uguta, that is the covenant her body never forgot. The Maori understand this through Turangawewe, the place where you stand with authority. You are not fully yourself until you are standing on the earth that made you. And here is what migration psychology is only now measuring. The body keeps the geography. Displaced persons who return to places of origin after 50 years or more show measurable physiological shifts. The nervous system recognizes arrival. Home isn't a concept the mind holds. It is a state the body has been waiting for. Movement isn't dislocation. It's the body navigating back to itself. Now, let us build your drops for today. Repeat after me. 1. Ana m ala ụlọ. I am going home. Ana m ala ụlọ. Ana m ala ụlọ. 2. Ana m abanye ụgbọelu ugbu a. I am entering a plane right now. Ana m abanye ụgbọelu ugbu a. Ana m abanye ụgbọelu ugbu a. 3. Ana m agba ọsọ. I am running. Ana m agba ọsọ. Ana m agba ọsọ. Take this with you. Ọ bịara ije nwụna. The person who came on a journey will have to leave at some point. What we forget is that leaving one place is always arriving somewhere else. Adanna's mother said, Ana m ala ụlọ at the end of her life, and meant the journey was complete. Say it today, Ana m ala ụlọ, not as practice. Say it when you're actually moving towards something that matters. Let the sentence mean what it means, that you know where home is and you are going. The body that is running, the body that is entering a new place, the body that is finally going home, They are all the same body. In motion is not lost. In motion is arriving. Grab your free speaking workbook at learnibonow.com and speak your sentences today. Every sentence you learn is a drop, and every drop feeds Oke Osimiri Mmụta Igbo, the ocean of Igbo knowledge. This has been your Igbo Daily Drop. Abụ m nwanne gị nwaanyị Yvonne Chioma Mbanefo. I am your sister Yvonne Chioma Mbanefo. Ka ụzọ gị laa ụlọ. May your road carry you home. Ka anyị hụ echi. Until we meet again tomorrow.